And welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. You know, you may have heard the word abuse, and usually you think about child abuse. But one thing that's really started to really boom is elder abuse. We have with us Amanda Senn, Alabama Securities Commission. You're the executive director. Glad to be back here with you. And
thank you.
Amanda, we're really starting to see an uptick in elder abuse. Because number one, they're living longer, and they need to rely more on other people.
They do. And so I think in addition to those factors, we've also seen an uptick because in Alabama, all of us, the whole community, the whole state has done a phenomenal job in raising awareness of these crimes. And so I think people are more comfortable now reporting. And also in 2016, our Alabama legislature, we assisted them and our industry partners on the financial side passed a law that really ordered these financial firms to report suspected abuse when they in the past had issues with privacy violations. And so this law said, hey, look, we are going to give you immunity for reporting this information, but you guys need to report it and you can hold the transaction. So on the instance of financial exploitation, so elder abuse on the financial side, firms can delay the transactions and report it so we're not losing money to fraud. But so these reports are now coming in, and just to give you an example of the staggering numbers that have come in over the almost 10 years now, in 2016 we received 30 reports. In 2024, the first 6 months alone, we've received 254 reports. And this is just from the financial industry. This doesn't include the public and our other law enforcement partners. So you're right, people are living longer. We're raising awareness. We've also had a lot of people that have gone to the internet now since COVID. More people got online through social media, so there's more opportunities there. And the reporting that's coming in from our industry.
The good news and the bad news. The good news, seniors are becoming more internet and social media savvy.
That's right.
The bad news is they're becoming more savvy.
That's right.
And they have more opportunities to have somebody exploit them.
Absolutely. So it cuts both ways. But you can have the best of both as long as you are cautious and you are aware. And this is why we are screaming and yelling. We have events across the state. I know we have community partners as well. ARP holds several events that talks to seniors about the types of frauds that they need to be aware of online. So we're glad that everybody's online and it's a fun place to be, but you also have to be cautious when you're out there and interacting with other individuals.
And how's the best way for them to kind of protect what it is they have?
So on social media, it's hard because social media is just that. It's very social. And so we put information out there, but there are privacy settings, and you can Google the types of privacy settings, or like our staff likes to tell everybody, if you're a grandparent, go grab your grandchild and they can set all the privacy settings on your phone and on your computer, so you can be careful about who you're sharing information with. And then of course, if you're online and a text box comes up or a chat box, or it looks like your website is doing funny things, like it might have been that we have imposter websites now, or if something just doesn't look right and somebody asks you for money, stop. Hold the phone, don't proceed with the transaction. So there are red flags that usually come up when there's suspect activity about to occur.
And the sad part of the whole thing is a lot of times, a lot of this elder abuse and financial exploitation is coming from family members.
Oh yes. And so there's a whole separate part of it. So on the there's internet-based sort of financial exploitation that's targeting seniors, and then in the physical world, we have many cases that come in that do involve a family member or a caregiver or someone that's very close to the victim.
A lot of those out there.
Which is devastating. And a lot of times it's not just financial. In many cases we see physical abuse associated with the financial side, emotional abuse, and so it's tragic. But because we're creating awareness of these issues, and this very show is announcing to people, what to look out for and what to be aware of, we're bringing these cases to light. So we are combating elder abuse in Alabama, and I'm very proud of our agency partners and our community partners for raising awareness and helping with this.
Another thing people do too, fraudsters, is they'll look at the obituaries.
They do.
And they find out that I died. So they thought, well, maybe Jack had an insurance policy, so Pat now has money.
They do.
And they go after that money.
And that's the most deplorable act we've seen when a fraudster will endear himself or her from time to
Yeah,
time,
both
usually
ways.
a guy though,
Yep, yep.
to a widow, and an attempt to be helpful to her and offer, assistance, moral, emotional assistance, and eventually they say, well, you know what, you've got this insurance policy. Let me help you decide what's best with the proceeds or what to do with the proceeds. We've seen many instances of that.
And I think one of the best things to tell our viewers is if somebody's trying to ask you about something, buy time.
That's right.
What I mean by buy time is you say, I don't have the authority to do that. I have to let my son or daughter or somebody else do it. And then when you're done and get away from those people, get with the Alabama Securities Commission.
Yes, we tell
Yes.
people just to hang up.
Yes.
You have lost nothing by hanging up the phone.
That's right.
And if it's an emergency, somebody that really needs to get in touch
You
with
didn't
you.
lose a good friend, you lose a bad friend.
That's right. And we
one
want to
you
get rid
need
of
to
those
have.
at every opportunity.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're putting information on the screen because obviously the internet is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To go to 1-800, and then it's, well, the 1-800 is the phone number, but
That's
it's alabamaasc.alabama, the whole word, .gov.
That's right.
And you can get all the information you need. And you can call your office, and is that during normal business hours, or is that 24/7?
It is during normal business hours. I wish we had a
you are gonna-
24/7.
Well, because you are going to get a live person.
Yep, you absolutely will. Between 8 and 5, and sometimes I'm here Friday evenings, and I'll pick up the phone myself. But you can send us emails. We do respond to emails. I check my emails through the weekend. If it's an emergency, though, if somebody is in risk of physical harm, call 911.
Good.
We certainly want to do that. But if they have an investment opportunity that somebody has just laid on them that cannot wait, if that's a red flag. They need to go ahead and hang up, and then call us, during the week.
Well, thank you for all you do. The Alabama Securities Commission is one of the top agencies in this state. It's here to help you, and we'll be right back right after this.